Hi, my name is Mikayla Moore. Did you know the story of Rosa Parks was taught to us wrong? I am worth listening to because I actually know someone that met Rosa Parks. Miss Parks is an important part of our history and she deserves to be recognized. The purpose of my speech is to try my best in telling how history taught us wrong, how amazing of a woman Rosa Parks was, and how much of an impact she's had on all of our lives. Growing up, we were told Miss Parks sat in the first seat and refused to move when told because she was tired, but that was not the case. Miss Parks had worked all day on her feet altering clothes for customers at the city department store she worked at. While she usually walked home, she didn't have the energy, so she chose to take the bus home. She got on the bus in the correct section, but there were too many Caucasians boarding the bus. When that happens, they tell the black people to give up their seats and stand in the back. Rosa Parks was sitting with a man when they were told to get up and let the man that boarded sit down. She didn't get up because she was tired of the way her people was treated and asked why he couldn't just sit beside her or stand himself. The police was called on her, she was arrested, and the Montgomery bus boycott had a phase to begin. Rosa Parks was an amazing woman, especially because she risked her life, her job, and her dignity to try and change the way black people were treated by not giving in to something she knew was wrong. She worked tirelessly through her career in the NAACP and helped mold a better future. When she worked for the NAACP, she did her research and helped men who were facing false accusations and hangings and helped get black people who were sexually assaulted their day in court. Because of Miss Parks, black people could ride the bus without being forced by law to give up their seats. One of the high points of my life was when I met Dr. Holmes. He has met several civil rights leaders, and he has shared with me that he met Rosa Parks in September of 1986 at a Baptist convention in Dallas, Texas. He told me that at the time of their meeting, she was 73 years old and looked absolutely amazing. He thought that she was in her 50s. He said he was amazed at how approachable she was. She was very calm, quiet, relaxed, and she did not look like what she had gone through. He also met Coretta Scott King, who is said to be the mother of the civil rights movement. However, technically, Rosa Parks was the mother of the civil rights movement because had it not been for her not giving up her seat, then the young pastor, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., would have never been selected to lead the Montgomery bus boycott. He said she was a soft-spoken woman and just to be in her presence was breathtaking. Most people do not know that Rosa Parks was tired, but she insisted on the police being called because her goal that day was to magnify a civil rights strategy called passive resistance. The cops and the elected Caucasian officials unknowingly played into her hands. She was a brilliant woman who single-handedly, with the help of civil rights leaders and the local black community, brought the Montgomery bus system to a screeching halt. As a result, they could not make money to pay their bills because black people refused to ride the bus. This is how much of a genius she was. After almost 1 year, the Caucasian owners of the bus company demanded that the politicians change the laws, and even if they didn't, they demanded that the police not enforce the laws. This was the basic strategy that Martin Luther King Jr. used as a result of Rosa Parks' test case. When Dr. Holmes was in her presence, he closed his eyes and knew that her presence made a difference not only for Montgomery, but for the whole world. He still can't believe how humble and pleasant she was. She had a beautiful smile, silver hair, and when she looked at you, it was almost as if she could look right through you. But she was very unassuming. He simply shook her hand and thanked her for her sacrifice. And she said, I would do it again because on that day, I was prepared to either be arrested or be killed. He had never heard someone say that and mean it. She changed his life, and he thanks God for her. She died in Detroit in 2005, but her legacy lives on. I hope I did my best in telling how history taught us wrong, how amazing of a woman Rosa Parks was, and how much of an impact she's had on all of our lives. My main point in this speech was that Rosa Parks gave us hope for a better tomorrow, and being the amazing woman she was, helped Black people that were treated terribly by the justice system and got them their justice. Thank you.